to another episode of Hard Factor, presented by the Barstool News Network. It is Florida Man Friday, July 31st, 2020. I'm Will. We got Mark and the Beeve in the house. Boys, how you doing this Florida Man Friday?
Oh, so good. So good. How you doing?
I'm ready to look at a state that's worse off than my state of Texas currently, because
Florida's worse off than Texas, you think?
Well, I'm not talking about coronavirus. I'm just talking about just tough problems, just issues
in general.
And there's something that makes you feel good.
That's probably up for grabs for.
That's debatable.
At this point.
Yeah.
Well,
nice hat, Mark. That hat looks nice.
We kind of dedicated a whole day, one pod every week, to covering the news of Florida.
Well, that's just because we love Florida.
No, I love it, but there is something that makes you feel good. Look at all the quirky things that are happening down there in the America's penis.
It's like loving the series Intervention. That's
which I do as well.
There's
also, but this episode has a couple feel goods in it.
I know.
At least
I
one.
like to kick back a couple cold ones while I'm watching Intervention. That's one of my.
Oh wow!
Well,
that's not mine or not feel good.
I like to kick back a couple cold ones when talking about Florida Man Friday stuff too. So I mean that works out.
I'm kicking back a cold Yandex. Florida Man Friday. You know how it is.
I got a text from one of our friends, Will, and she says she can't stop thinking about the word Yandex.
Well, start drinking them too. Then you'll never get it off your brain.
Now, Will, have you told your wife that you invented a drink called Yandex that goes in your Powerade? Because it seems to me maybe you're just figuring out a way to drink during the day without your wife getting upset.
Oh no. She's aware of this.
She knows about the Yandex. That's good.
So she knows about my Yandex scheme, and she applauded me for the originality of it. You know, considering it's just in a Powerade. Well, whatever, a sport drink bottle. You know,
all sport.
Mm-hmm. So if you were to say something like "Let's get Yandexed" or "Yandex me," she gets it.
Oh, she knows what I'm talking about.
All right. Okay.
I heard that something's going on at your house, Mark, with a housefly. What's that about?
Yeah, it was a horse fly. It was a big fly. You know the expression, he wouldn't hurt a fly. That clearly does not apply to me. Last night, the wife and I got into our version of Yandex, and then we found this huge horse fly, and we chased it, and it went into my bathroom from the hallway, and we were trying to hit it, but we were like too drunk. We're trying to hit it with a towel, and we're almost breaking like the light bulbs and stuff.
Yeah.
So
towels will fuck stuff up. Yeah.
It was getting dangerous. So finally, we ended up just trapping the fly in the sink with a huge bath towel. So like the entire sink was covered and it couldn't get out. And then we went to bed. And then like I woke up and I was like, why is this bath towel in here? Oh, that's right. And like so it's like now we're talking like 10 hours later.
Just an angry horsefly.
Yeah, I let the horse fly out. I'm like, did it die? You know, like did it suffocate? It turns out it didn't suffocate. So I opened the towel up a little bit and it gets out. But I think it was probably a little tired from lack of air. So I was able to stun it. So now at this point I've knocked it unconscious and it falls to the ground. And then I picked it up with toilet paper and wrapped it in toilet paper and dropped it in the toilet. And then I forgot to flush it, like something distracted me, like a cat or something. So at this point I've suffocated it, I've knocked it out, and now I'm waterboarding it in the toilet. And then like 30 minutes later I go back in and I take a shit and I forgot the fly was in there. So I literally shit on the fly. And then I get up and I'm like, oh my God, and I flush it and I'm watching this fly look up and like it's just seen pure evil like for the past 12 hours.
You tortured a horse fly.
I tortured it so
if
bad.
If it's still alive, you got to make it part of the family.
I mean, it got flushed that time.
It's earned
on it.
It's earned it, you know.
I really put that fly through it, but I need to clear
the Borgie clan.
Yeah, it has. I need to clear my conscience after that fly story. And we have a sad but inspirational story sent in from listener Andrew that I'd like to bring up. So Andrew's close friend Pete O'Brien passed away suddenly in March. A young man passed away after a quick illness that started with an ear infection. And Pete was a Florida man and a bartender, and his friends and family wanted to honor him, so they started a foundation in his name called Put It on Pete's Tab. Pete was known for being a generous tipper, and as a bartender, they thought it would make sense to start to provide help provide financial relief for servers and bartenders struggling to make ends meet. So if you go to www.putitonpete'stab.org, you can donate to it, but essentially the movement is just like you tip the shit out of your server, and then you put like a note saying, put it on Pete's tab. And it's been spreading throughout South Florida and elsewhere, and people are just leaving really generous tips for their servers and bartenders in Pete's honor. So very cool story. Thanks for sending that in, Andrew.
Love that. You got to take care of your service people, guys. A lot of us have been there, and it's a tough life. You really gotta tip them, especially right now if you can afford it.
All
Yeah,
the Hard
especially right
Factor
now
hosts have been there.
Service industry guys for sure, especially right now with a lot of service industry people out of work. Put it on PetesTab.org for sure.
Yep.
All right. Let's move it on to our first Florida man story of the week. And it's perhaps one of the most requested stories on Florida Man Friday since the herpes monkeys. You guys remember that one?
Oh,
How could I forget?
Yeah.
Right. Well, so this one is equally as requested. It comes to us from DAE Goon Squad, Davey J, DJ Kevy Cush, Sage Hall, Not Cody B, and many, many more than that in the Hardo Hive. And it's the PPP Lamborghini man. You guys heard about this guy this week?
Yeah.
Seen the headline floating
Purposely didn't read this story because I knew we were going to cover it on Florida Man Friday. So I'm all ears, Will. I can't wait.
Me too. I don't know the details, but I kept seeing the articles because they kept getting sent in, and like each article's got a different colored Lambo. So I'm wondering how many Lambos he bought.
That's no. That's just
Okay.
he bought one. That's just because the papers were using stock photographs.
So
That's
the
what I
Lambo
thought.
changes
That's what I thought.
colors? It's a color changing Lambo?
It's a color changing Lambo.
How much money did he spend? How much money did he get?
$318K on the Lambo, but we'll get into how much he got. Florida man David T. Hines, 29, took some extreme liberties on his PPP loans, as we've covered, like many other, assholes in the USA did, taking way too much PPP money. But for David T., the T stands for Turd Ferguson, because instead of keeping his $4 million and then keeping it quiet, he went out and bought a Lamborghini and spent every night in a 5-star hotel. And got caught.
Man, what a run he had.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
He had a good month and a half. Hines initially sought $13.5 million in PPP funds, which he claimed was to pay his approximately 70 employees in his 4 companies, according to the affidavit that was written by U.S. Postal Inspector Brian Masmella. Masmella? That's a weird last name.
I don't know what it is, but Brian's got to not be happy.
This is the guy that did the investigation. He said, quote, "Those purported employees either did not exist or earned a fraction of what Hines claims in his PPP applications." I'm guessing didn't exist. Adding that Hines's monthly expenses only averaged around $200K for his 4 businesses and not the $4 million that he had claimed on his PPP.
Yeah, there's no way this guy's got 4 flourishing businesses. It's just not.
Well, hold on, but $200K if in payroll is still it's pretty sizable business. I mean, he's not doing nothing.
Smell something fishy.
I do want to point that out. So because of Bitcoin and tech, people assume if you see a younger guy in a Lambo that he earned it. Do a little digging. If his dad isn't rich, the odds of him having that Lambo from something he did and not a scam are very slim. It's just very slim. And I want to point that out.
A lot of scam Lambos out there for sure.
Oh my God, most Lambos are scam Lambo. I mean,
and then that's also part of this. But Scambos, but that's also part of the scam, Beav, is they try to attract people with money, and then they scam those people out of money. The people that have the Scambos, it's like an image thing.
Well, and what's fucked up is that the Scambos go back to Uncle Sam, as was the case in this situation. So Uncle Sam's just got another Scambo.
Technically, that's all of our Lamborghini. We bought.
It should be. It should be, but it's in some fucking facility somewhere. Yeah.
When's my day?
I'd like to get a spin in that. Yeah.
I pay my taxes. You should get one. You deserve it.
I think the tax-paying people would want to see the Beav in a Lambo, personally. But
it's America's Lambo.
The Beav, do you want to go? I don't know if it's still going on, but the Formula One's doing a rent a Lambo for a day, I think in October, where you can go out to the track and outside of Austin, and for $250 you get an hour in a Lambo on the track.
So I will do that if you can guarantee me that no one else will be at Formula One, because Marios took me out to Formula One last time he was in town, and it was the biggest fucking nightmare I've ever had in my life.
No, this is for specific event for renting these Lambos. It's
I'm
not
there,
going there for
whatever gets the Beav in a Lambo.
Yeah, we'll film it. It'll be awesome. Yeah.
Well, nice. Then you'll be like David Turd Ferguson Hines.
Yeah.
3 of Hines' 7 loans applications were approved, and he received a total of $3.98 million in PPP money in May. Not only did David Turd Ferguson Hines buy the Lambo and the hotel stays, he was also a big spender on quote-unquote dating websites. So I'm guessing
you don't say. You don't say.
Luxury jewelry stores.
I bet what happened is he
There's
took
some stains in that Lambo.
Yeah, got the Lambo, took a photo, and then finally got let into Raya. It was probably just a scam for him to get into Raya. It sounds like to me.
What's a paid dating website?
Well, I'm just saying Raya is like for rich people, which is so stupid, by the way.
He definitely put that up as like his profile pic for these
I was thinking
elite dating sites.
I think they meant like Backpage.
Right.
I don't know. A buddy of mine who has a trust fund was like, I met this girl. I'm like, where'd you meet her? He goes, on Raya. And I was like, what is Raya? He's like, oh, it's for,
you have to be approved. Yeah, you have to be
right. And I'm like, dude, you're a fucking idiot.
You have to be good enough looking and rich enough.
You're going on a website where everyone knows you have a trust fund. Like, it's not going to work out well. Like all the girls know he has it's stupid.
That's what Raya is for. And maybe David did get on there. Turns out David T had 0 functioning websites for all 4 of his businesses.
Yeah,
he claimed.
There it is.
And the only record of those businesses even existing were negative reviews logged with the Better Business Bureau.
Yikes.
So probably didn't exist at all, is my guess.
So he scammed us all. He got us all.
Scammed, well, just the government, really. And then all the people who signed up to use his non-existent businesses that are just fronts.
He really pops the clutch there. Sometimes you just got to pop it. And
I'm not gonna lie. There was about 15 seconds where I logged into the PPP thing and I was like, maybe I make up a fake company with 500 employees. But then I quickly realized that was a very bad idea.
That's what this guy did.
Yeah.
The fun part about this is there's going to be PPP fraud stories coming out for
next
fucking
forever.
months.
Yeah.
Because so many people did this. And this guy is now on house arrest awaiting trial for up to 70 years if all of his fraud charges.
See, but hold on. This is
so
bullshit.
is the 6 weeks worth, like, let's call it 20
No,
years?
he had a month and a half run.
Yeah, not worth it.
Right,
And,
but
and when he got caught, he still had $3 million left. Like all he had spent was like the Lambo plus like the jewelry. Like it. Yeah.
I think you got to rent a yacht and go out to the international waters until you get caught, like, or until like you run out of fuel.
Well, you got to get out of America.
You got to
You got to move the money out of American banks and
blow
stuff.
all $4 million on Raya, get like 6 chicks and a yacht, and you probably have like 3 to 4 months before you have to come back.
I mean,
in.
this guy thought that he was just going to let this shit sit in like BOA.
There's no way. Yeah, there's no way he
keep
wasn't
buying
gonna get caught.
Lambos like
he was going
from
to
his
caught.
account. Yeah,
well, hold on.
It's crazy.
This is bullshit, though. Obviously, what he did is bullshit. But like now, we're going to send him to jail, and the taxpayers are going to continue to pay for his existence. There needs to be a different punishment for guys that steal. It's so stupid.
Well, no, that's why this is so terrible, Pat. That's because he's wasting not only like the taxpayers' money, he's wasting. I mean, he's double wasting taxpayers' money.
Yeah, he's the gift that keeps on giving.
He's like a serious drain on society. That's why I named him David Turd Ferguson Hines.
But these guys should be like remanded to be like
that's what the T stands for.
a jizz mopper or something. Like we should give them a terrible job that they have to work.
It's called going to prison.
I like that jizz mopper.
A lot of some states do use prison labor. Like I know in Louisiana they had the prisoners clean up Baton Rouge after game days. Like
that is true.
You know, it just depends on the state, I think, and their view on that.
Let's get him to a labor jail state. All right, guys, good news. Good news for Englewood, Florida. They have Batman living in town, so criminals better watch out.
Kids too, probably.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. Continue with the story. But I think I know where this is going.
More on the latter, Pat. At least that's what 49-year-old Christopher L. Jackson was telling everyone while terrorizing a hotel completely naked and high on meth, that he was Batman.
He was naked while he was saying it?
Oh, yeah. A Charlotte County, because Englewood's in Charlotte County, Florida, deputy responded to the scene, and that's when the charade continued. As the deputy approached him, he said the deputy made multiple attempts to obtain his name and date of birth, but only got a reply of "I'm Batman" from the high man that was naked.
Did the deputy run Bruce Wayne?
What do you need my ID for? I'm Batman. Yeah.
Yeah, Pat, you nailed it, man. He should have been saying Bruce Wayne because you can't be Batman unless you're wearing the mask.
That's very true. And Batman would know that. That's the first kind of thing that's telling you maybe this guy's pulling your leg.
He didn't think it through. The hotel surveillance footage showed
Call Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah, you call him. Let me talk to your boss, Commissioner Gordon. It
Put
showed
up the bat signal.
Jackson climbed through the guardrail that lines the hotel. Then he got to the 3rd floor and stripped completely naked. And then he went door to door trying to break into each room completely naked, which would have been a fun surprise.
What a night.
Because if you get a load of this guy's mugshot, if he's arriving at your door completely naked, you're going to be in for a conflict. If you take a look at him, it's not going to end well.
He's got like the most sunken in cheeks I've ever seen.
Batman
looks
wouldn't
like
waste his time with this guy.
It looks like his
Oh,
jaws
God.
are eating his cheeks from the inside of his face.
He looks like Charles Manson. Is what he looks like. He
does look a lot like Charles Manson.
Yeah, and you know what he has? Do you remember that meth picture of Goldberg from Mighty Ducks that came out where his his Adam's apple should be was really sunken in? He's got that he's got like a reverse Adam's apple. Yeah,
that's never good.
You can put a quarter in there.
Usually from smoking stuff. The deputy located Jackson's clothes and he found, guess what? A glass pipe in his pants. He was arrested. And apparently he has, when they were taking him to jail, they found out his real name and that he has a warrant out of Sarasota County for an alleged larceny report incident. And he has a bunch of other convictions as well related to drug possession, grand theft, and driving with a suspended license. This time he was arrested for exposure of sexual organs and loitering. Pretty intense charge, the exposure of sexual organs. Yeah. So
is that a felony in this case, or is it?
I don't know, but we've
like
already heard
high
about people in Florida with 230 felonies that are out murdering people, and this guy's got a long list of felonies, and he's out shaking
Seems like
his
a good
dick
state
at every
to,
door.
like, be
Commit a
petty
felony.
criminal.
Yeah.
Well, not in Grady Judd's County. That's for
Well, no,
sure.
Grady Judd's County was the county where the 230
Yes.
was. Yeah.
For
That's
now.
where the murders happen.
Grady
He's
just
gonna
heard
change
about
that.
it. He's
Yeah.
going to set it right, guys.
That's what he says, but I'm starting to think he may be a little bit more talk than action after that 230.
We're going to try to
Florida's
get Grady on the show.
Well,
Yeah,
we talked
Grady,
about it.
care to come
Florida's
on the
like the
pod and
major
discuss?
leagues. Well, yeah, we're going to get Grady Judd for sure. But Florida's like the major leagues of con artists. Like they go like to like when you get to Florida, it's all the old people, and the allowing of multiple felonies. Like that's the major leagues for con
It's
artists.
like
So
it's
the sheriff
Carnegie
with
Hall.
the loudest
Yeah.
caw in the whole state. You think he's totally on the level? I don't know. I mean,
We'll have to ask him.
Don't
We're gonna
question
have to
Grady
ask
Judd
him.
on this show.
Yeah.
Don't do that on this show. All right, guys. Florida health inspectors have been known to take some unorthodox approaches in making sure that the Sunshine State's bars and restaurants meet the state-recommended health grade of a C, and sometimes better. Now, this could be challenging, guys, in a state where shoes are often referred to as foot prisons and can only be acquired through prescription, and where shirts are widely considered to be repressive and even racist because they cover up tribal body art. With all that being said, the bartender at Earl's Hideaway Lounge in East Florida, Sebastian specifically, wasn't too surprised when 27-year-old Lance Walters walked into the bar and introduced himself as the health inspector before demanding to drink on the house or he would, quote, shut this establishment down.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's such a health inspector move. That's how you know he's on the level.
It's 101 in Florida Health Inspector School. The bartender thought maybe this is one of those trick health inspector scenarios that he remembered seeing in his employee handbook, but it seemed weird that the health inspector would come in after the bar was closed for the night. See, he came in after last call.
Oh, you know what this guy reminds me of?
Oh.
You guys remember the principal in Forrest Gump, who
Bangs his mom.
who banged Forrest's mom, to get him into school. This is the health inspector version of that guy.
The one that's like, he grew up fine, didn't he? Right, that guy?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is
Boy, your mama sure does care about your schooling, boy.
Yeah, he's
What
talking
does
about
the health
sex.
inspector need booze for? Is he checking for flies in those bottles? Is he checking for
Mark,
what's he-
Mark, as I said at the top of the show, at the top of this story, Florida's just a quirky place, bro. Don't question. They have unorthodox methods. Anyway, guys, so erring on the side of the caution, the bartender denied Lance his free rum and coke, presumably, potentially putting his place of employment in jeoprity. And
We're just
this
talking about a little inspection report
right
here.
Because think about this, the bartender might lose his job here if the thing gets shut down. This enraged.
maybe it's a bribe. Like, if you want that A, you're gonna
Clearly
have to pour
what
me
it is.
some Jose.
Clearly what it is. Clearly a bribe. I mean, he doesn't even have to say it. It's so clearly a bribe.
Yes, that's a bribe.
Well, he got very angry because he wanted his free drink. And the manager came over, and
He
also
would have given you a 5-star review. Give him the drink.
Yeah.
well, it's you're gonna call to a higher power there. Will you don't know what to do. The health
is
inspector
how
shows up.
business
He's
gets
telling you,
done,
yeah,
okay?
last call. Yeah, you call
Yeah.
the manager over. So the manager comes over, is talking to the health inspector. At which point, the health inspector raised the stakes and let the manager know that not only was he the health inspector, but he was also the son of the chief of police of Palm Bay. Stakes raised. Now, being that Palm Bay is a totally different town, 20 miles away, and has a different police department, the manager held his ground, refusing to give Lance his drink. And according to the police report, Lance must have inspected the health of quite a number of bars that night because there was, quote, a strong odor of alcoholic beverage emitting whenever Lance spoke. So
Don't stop my inspecting. I've been inspecting all night.
he was busy that night. It might have been his last stop. The manager asked Lance to leave, but Lance was not having it. And when he challenged the manager, well, that's when he challenged the manager to, quote, hit me so I can shut this business down.
Yes.
Manager probably thought another test.
Yeah, definitely.
When that didn't work, guys, Lance threw yet another curveball, telling the manager that in addition to being the health inspector and the son of the chief of a police of another town, that man was his father, the chief of police, also was the owner of the bar that he was in. So his dad owned the bar as well.
Wow.
And
he's like playing that drinking game where you have to like remember remember all the lies. Like he's adding like.
See, I'm the health inspector. My dad's the chief of police, and he owns this place. I don't know where Lance's dad finds the time.
They should have given him a fucking drink with all that.
Complete impersonator. I wish he had just broken into, because it was Sebastian's. He should have just done Under the Sea from Little Mermaid.
Oh, yeah.
Just like grabbed a liquor bottle from behind the bar.
Or Little Sebastian from Parks and Rec.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, that's when officers arrived, and officers tried to play it cool and asked Lance to find a ride home, at which point he told them he was calling the chief of police of Palm Bay, but there was no answer.
Who was his grandfather.
Yeah, his dad's a very busy man running this restaurant that he's at. And
my uncle owns Uber, so I'll just call an Uber.
Yeah. And guys, that's when this story took a turn that no one expected, because it turns out that Lance wasn't the health inspector after all, or the son of Chief Nelson Moya of the Palm Beach Police Department. He just wanted to drink for free. He's being held on a $1,000 bond.
And that story, we figured that.
Yeah, well, you never know. That story is brought to you guys by our sponsor, Predict It. Predict It is the website where you can wager on the news and politics, which is a great thing to do right now while sports is still in its comeback phase. We have baseball, but that's about it. So
basketball started yesterday.
Oh, did it?
And hockey.
Still, come bet with us. Here's what you want to do. If you sign up for a new account and put $20 in that account by going to this unique URL, it is www.predictit.org/promo/hardfactor20, the number 20. If you put $20 in when you sign up through that link, we will match your $20. So you get a free 20. We're giving you a free 20. Let's talk about the market that I'm liking for today, and it's will Trump grant clemency to Michael Flynn in his first term? Here's why I like it. It's almost August, so you have, 5 months of his first term left?
5 months, yeah.
5 months, and he granted clemency to Roger Stone. Yes, right now is at 45 cents. I think it's a good buy. What do you guys think?
It's a coin flip, that's for sure. I would say no on that one.
I think it's about priced appropriately. Coin flip. I mean, I'm not sure. I don't know why would Flynn need. I think his charges were already. The status of his case right now?
He's currently being. He's in court right now. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so he might require some type of pardon or clemency from Trump. I don't know. I'd say coin flip is priced appropriately. I don't know enough about it to weigh in on whether it's a yes or no.
He's in appeals right now. He's in appellate court. So we'll see. Anyway, guys, predictit.org/promo/hardfactor20.
Yeah.
Will, what's up?
Let's move it on to the next one. Ooh. All right, guys. First ever Florida man fire sale. Every story must go. Boo, boo,
yes.
boo, boo. Yeah, exactly. That style. But this is a Florida man fire sale, not a regular day lightning round. First up, Mike Who. That's his name.
Can we make the lightning round sounds?
Mike Who.
Oh, I got sound effects coming.
Okay,
Don't
cool.
worry.
All right,
Florida man in the Hardo Hive himself. He sent us this story. The Perseverance Mars rover successfully launched from Cape Canaveral, Florida, and is on its way to Mars as of Thursday morning. So I know you don't like the name, Mark, but it is on its way to compete with the Chinese and
the little engine that could. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Perseverance or whatever it's called. Yeah, no.
Yeah. And at the same time, scientists on Earth are trying to bring back ancient microbes that are over 100 million years old that have been found on the ocean floor. They're trying to bring them back to life under laboratory conditions.
That sounds like a horrible idea.
Zombie microbes?
going to Mars and bringing back ancient
that
microbes.
sounds terrible.
Slow down science.
Oh my God.
Worry about the problems we have directly affecting us, and then just tranquilo science. Tranquilo, you're going to bring
those two
the end.
shitheads that wrote that report of the Doomsday Report, Mike Baloney and the other guy, do they know about this?
They didn't factor that in because then the report would have said we'd be dead tomorrow.
Yeah.
Next up in the fire sale, a Charlotte County, Florida man destroyed his car when he set it on fire with his scented Yankee candle that tipped over onto his pile of papers in the weirdest car ride ever when he stopped too fast.
What does this guy do for a living?
He had a lit Yankee candle next to a bunch of papers.
Yes.
He lives in his car. It should say he burned his house down, is what it should
he
say.
burned his house down for sure.
And the man tried to get a bucket of water to put it out, but don't you know, by the time he was able to find a bucket and put water in it, the fire had already killed his car.
He's on the phone with 911. He's like, my house is burning down. They're like, do you have a hose? He's like, my house doesn't have a spigot. It's a long story. Where are you? I'm coming to you.
It sounds like a scene from a movie. He's got a candle next to papers, and you're like, everyone's nervous while watching the scene. Lo and behold, it tips over, sets the papers on fire. Then he gets out and tries to get a bottle of water from a convenience store. Car's in flames.
I'm going to throw an out there theory here. I'm guessing the candle was to heat up his heroin spoon and the papers were a summons. I'm just throwing it out there. We'll check on that for you.
I like that.
Florida, maybe it was Florida man style fire. Another Florida man in the heart of Hive, Kevin Nash, sent in an update on KW Miller's Twitter feed, and that's a Florida man running for Congress on July 29th. KW Miller for Congress said, they are now introducing a great deal of anime porn into the internet matrix. Dragon Ball Z is one of the top issues here. They are sexualizing cartoon characters to push a depraved agenda on our kids. What's next? Where will it end? So KW Miller is coming for Dragon Ball Z if he gets elected. And Kevin Nash sent a second KW Miller tweet, and it says, the word Karen is an ethnic slur.
I think KW Miller's a troll, bro. I'm pretty sure because he did Eric Andre and he did an interview with Tim Heidecker. Like, I don't know. I'm going to get into that. I want to find out.
You think he's like the best troll ever? Well, KW Miller, someone needs to tell him about the sexy Twitch streamers. That's going to blow his mind.
He is really running for Congress a couple hours south of Kevin Nash. So Kevin's worried. Kevin's concerned that he's not a troll.
But he might be like an Andy Kaufman. Like, he might be like a performance artist, very committed.
Perhaps. We'll find out. We should definitely try to get
or the glass half full is or half empty is that KW Miller isn't doing that, and God pray for us all.
Mm-hmm.
Right? No, those are two of the most likely options. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, he's sending out some hot incendiary tweets, and that's why he's in the Florida Man firestorm. When the last burning ember in the Florida Man fire sale is a 42-year-old man named Sean William Scott. He was arrested in Brevard County for arson after trying to light the Motel 6 in Malabar on fire. This is apparently the last in a long line of several attempts by Scott to burn down the same Motel 6, despite him claiming...
They got to stop letting him in.
Mm-hmm.
I bet he got
claimed
bed
to the
bugs
officers
there.
it was an accident, but...
That's a problem.
And then he also goes... his nickname is also The Accident.
They said he was seen collecting flammable materials and trying to gather them like into the doorway of one of the rooms of the Motel 6. And
that's what my parents call me.
Sorry. Yeah, just
because accidents happen. Yeah.
Is that the name of the actor, by the way? Sean William Scott?
Yeah, it's Stifler, but it's different spelling of Sean.
Same
also,
guy,
40, he's 43, though, around the same age. So.
Great mugshot. We have to put his mugshot up against the naked guy at the hotel. Batman, against Batman's mugshot.
Yeah, and he also was crazy. He said it was an accident, even though it was his fifth attempt to burn down the same motel. And don't worry, Sean, the Motel 6 can't hurt you from inside jail. And that does it for the Florida Man Friday sale. Fire sale.
All right, guys. It's a good thing Floridians did not vote in 28-year-old Ryan Terrell of Tallahassee when he ran for a State House of Representative District 7 position in a special runoff last year. And that's because Ryan was arrested Sunday on charges of possession of a controlled substance, possession of narcotic equipment, and petty theft. And he's in jail now. And you see, Ryan went to his local Walmart on North Monroe Street, and stop me if you heard this one before, high on meth. and he was spotted stealing 2 ink cartridges. So he basically
I'd
tried
love
to
to know
walk.
what he wanted to print.
Yeah,
I would just
lot of
love to
stuff.
know.
maybe he was an angel. He was going to print like nudies for the prisoners.
Angels.
Yeah.
Has that caught
He's
on
an
yet? I
angel.
made that up. Okay.
No, I think they should. That has to catch on. He's an angel.
I hope so.
So he took the 2 ink cartridges and then he walked out. But he's such a bad thief that the security worker intercepted him right outside the front doors because they saw what was happening and escorted him without incident to the asset protection office. So he had to sit in that little room while he waited for the cops to come and arrest him like a little bitch. And arrest him they did because Ryan was found with a glass pipe with burn marks and white powder residue inside of it, several small empty plastic coin bags, 2 small plastic straws, and 3 clear plastic coin bags with a clear crystal-like
He likes to
substance
party.
inside of them. Yeah, inside his glasses case, which he volunteered. He's like, they're like, what is that? He's like, it's my glasses case. And they're like, can we look in it? He's like, yeah. And then all the drugs were in there. His
By the way,
attorneys are saying, go ahead.
If you get caught stealing from Walmart, you should really stop stealing.
Right, like eat that easily. Remember
Oh,
the lady
dude.
with the 65-inch TV? They got away.
I know. Stealing
they
from
did,
Walmart is like, I mean, it's the easiest place to steal from. You suck at stealing if you get busted.
He sucks. He sucks at stealing. His attorneys are saying that Ryan believes he started to black out while shopping and listening to music, and that's it was a health issue. He was getting like a seizure and blah 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 blah. Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Here's the other problem though. Ryan was out on bail and in a pretrial period for his arrest earlier this year for, you guessed it, meth with intent to sell, a lot of meth. So he's been arrested twice now since he ran for office in this past year for meth. In that
It's
case,
just glasses cleaning rocks, though. What's the big deal?
right, in a seizure. He gets a lot of eye seizures. In that case, a confidential
Must be from his
informant.
coin collecting.
Yeah, exactly. His coin bags. In that case, a confidential informant working with the deputies tattled on him and said, that's the house that sells meth. So he got busted by the Walmart security guard at the steps. He got busted by a confidential informant. This guy is the worst criminal. He lost last year's election in a landslide, by the way, and is on some primary ballots again this year as a Democratic candidate, but is disqualified due to the multiple meth arrests. County officials have said votes for him just won't count. And on the pamphlet, there's like a huge red asterisk next to him, his name, that says, like, if you vote for him, it won't count. So he's still on the ballots in a few places.
So if you ever wanted to go into politics and be a politician, but you're scared that you wouldn't be good enough, just remember this guy and Gillum were both active politicians in Florida this year.
You are good enough.
Yeah. You can give it a try.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's get into 5-star reviews and voicemails. If you're new to the show, on Fridays and Wednesdays sometimes, we'll play listener voicemails. The number is 512-270-1480. Is that right?
Yes.
You got it.
Yeah, bro. It
I knew
worked.
you get it.
It
We
finally
just let you
worked.
walk on your
Learning
own.
to learn. Anyway, we play voicemails. We will also read 5-star reviews. If you write a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, on our podcast, we will read it on air, verbatim. That's our guarantee. This first review is from a Hardo Hive member with the name 193488, open parentheses 788. And I think we're all going to have to do this one. Again, we'll read whatever you put up verbatim. Will, you want to kick it off?
I'm the scat man.
Skibidoo pop pop pop.
Yo da 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 da.
Skibidoo pop pop pop.
Yo da 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 da.
I'm the scat man.
Skibidoo pop pop pop.
Yo da 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 da.
Skibidoo pop pop pop.
Yo da 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 da.
Ba-da-ba-ba-bee, ba-ba-ba-da-bop. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-bee, ba-ba-ba-da-bop. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-bee, ba-ba-ba-da-bop. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean,
He did
it
the
goes
whole
on for
song.
3 more pages because he put
He
everything
did the
in
whole
there.
song.
Oh, he did? Oh.
Yeah, we're not doing the whole song.
But yeah, that was fun. All right, this next review is from Yeet. I'm sorry, it's from W21BWF,
Hang on.
and it's
Can I interrupt you?
uh-huh.
So that was the song, the Scat Man, and we played that after the John McAfee interview because of his love for eating poop. So that was a callback.
Alleged. He
Alleged.
denied on the
He
show.
denied.
Alleged.
Yeah, that
That
was a
soured our
callback
relationship with
to
John
that.
McAfee. But
Yeah.
shooters
Sorry,
got to
go
shoot.
ahead, Beef.
Sorry, this next review is from W21BWF, and it's titled Yeet. And it says, would you wash the feet of dirty Jesus when he is trying to steal your pontoon boat. Boys?
As a Christian, they say turn the other cheek, and I guess that means even. But Jesus, I don't know why you'd be trying to steal your pontoon boat. So, but also, somebody said that pontoon boat should have been. I may wonder if this is the same guy. It should have been the argument for the best mode of transportation.
Yeah, there's something, but there's some other layer we're not getting here related to pontoon boats and some sort of meme potentially. Or I'm not touching this one because I don't fully grasp.
We should leave it alone and move on.
No. No, you know what the point of this is, I think, is that pontoon boats are great. That's an underrated thing. You know what else is underrated that I've been getting into recently, and I didn't know about it till just now, was the Spider-Man video game on PS4. That's good.
Oh, I heard that is good.
That is good. I have that. I didn't finish it. I did the typical
it's like
thing where
$10 right now.
Got like 40% through. Yeah.
Very similar to pontoon boats. Scrolling down,
underrated and awesome.
Did we do this review? I can never keep a track. I think this is
just
a
do
new
it.
one.
Just do it again.
All right,
Beef.
it's from Slowdown Syndrome. # Bring Back West. Great pod. Easiest way for someone on the go to stay up to date on the news. I'm a UPS driver, so I listen daily and recommend to anyone who is even slightly into politics because you guys give both sides to the story. Keep up the good fight, boys.
Oh,
nice.
Man. Thanks, Slowdown Syndrome. And # Bring Back Wes. You are right on, my man. We will have information about Wes next week.
And also, if you could DM me, because I ordered this reflective tracksuit from China almost 4 months ago now, and it's still not here. So maybe, I don't know, I know you're at UPS, maybe you have some inside.
And I'm missing my seeds.
Yeah, Mark doesn't have his seeds. This next one's from Lord Blade 312. Great show, part 2. I'm not crying, you're crying. Jesus Christ, Mark. Take it down a notch. Just talking about your obituary of your grandfather, which is very emotional. Great show. Keep it up. R.I.P. Pop.
R.I.P. Pop.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Lord
I'm
Blade
sorry.
Didn't want to bring a tear to his eye at the end of that show.
Yeah, that was tough.
It was very emotional. This next one's from Portland 207, titled "Strong to Very Strong," and it reads, "Late to get involved. Great effing program. We really appreciate you. Welcome new listeners. Let's take it to voicemails real quick, if you guys don't mind. Here we go. This first one is about one of my favorite states in the union."
What's up, boys? It's Jacob from Wisconsin. On the show on Monday, you guys completely botched the pronunciation of the town Menominee in Wisconsin. I sent Pat a list of Wisconsin cities that would be fucking hilarious for you guys to try and pronounce. Have a great fucking day.
And I have that list right here.
Hey, look. Menominee is cooler. Menominee.
Menominee.
Got it.
All right, we got 10 Wisconsin cities here. I'm going to try them.
Shit.
The first one, Oconomowoc.
I think you actually nailed that.
If you scroll down, just scroll down a little bit.
Okay,
You want to try number 2, Mark?
Manitowoc.
Manitowoc, Will?
Sheboygan. Nailed
That's
it.
a layup. Sheboygan's a fucking layup. Watoma.
That you got it, I think.
Waupaca.
Waupaca, huh? Minoka.
Waupaca.
Wauwatosa.
Why is he doing this to us? Why is he... Ashwaubenon. Ashwaubenon.
Muskego.
And-
Muskego.
Siamico. So nailed it. You're
Nailed
welcome, Wisconsin listeners. Let's take it to the
Sasamo.
let's take it to the next voicemail. They were drunk when they were naming those towns.
What's up, Hard Factor boys? This is Little Bucker from Houston, Texas. On a serious note, I just want to let you guys know that y'all do a really good job, doing the news and making people laugh, and y'all have definitely made an impact on me. You guys are doing, a really good job in, helping people kind of get through just the various shit of life. Y'all are doing fucking phenomenal. Don't let anyone tell you fucking otherwise. Fuck everyone else. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Y'all got a good fucking personality. Y'all are doing great. Hope you get the full-time job at Barstool. Hope to fucking God y'all get that, because you guys, and pardon my take, in KFC, are fucking phenomenal. Y'all do a good job of making light very heavy, dark things, and it helps me through my day. And thank you guys for taking the sacrifices that you have, with starting this job, with having, your jobs of your own. Like, that's insane that despite the fact that this isn't a for sure job, this isn't a safe job, you're not getting your benefits from it, you're taking a chance on it. And I applaud you for that, and I thoroughly appreciate what you're doing and what you guys have become. You're doing fucking great. All right, take it easy, homies. Adios.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little Bucker, I played. He did a good morning at the end of that, and I played that on Wednesday. But thanks, Pat, for playing the beginning part of it, because it is like one of the nicest voicemails we've ever gotten. I appreciate him recognizing all of the sacrifices that personally we have kind of made some to try to make the show work.
A lot of us quit our jobs. I don't have health care. I don't have a backup plan, and we have 5 months left on our contract. So yeah,
I think that's a great point. Well, first of all, thank you for listening. Little is it Bucker? It's Little Bucker, right? It's like
Little
Bucker
Bugger
with a B. And yeah, hey, we're not heroes here, man. We're just chasing our dreams, but we really do appreciate and know we don't have health care or benefits.
I got some on my wife's, but she's having a baby, so thankfully she's good.
Yeah,
That's
or
good.
benefits of any kind. But guess what? We get to do what we love every day. And Mark did bring up a good point that I don't think we shared with you guys. When we first started the show, we were very we mentioned a lot that we wanted to get full-time contracts at Barstool. Right now we're contract workers. We don't have any sort of full-time employment there, and we don't make a lot of cash, to be very frank with you. But that's
so
okay.
we were on a 2-year initially, and then we re-signed for a short extension, June through December. So right now, we really need to push from now through through December of 2020. Basically, this campaign season, we really have to try to get some more sponsors,
we need
keep
the
the show
Hive
going.
to help us by spreading the word. That's the best thing that anyone that likes the show could do, is spread the word. Also, we got Caliper coming back next week, the best CBD. Like, buy some stuff from our sponsors. Spread the word. Leave 5-star reviews. Yeah.
We're living on an extension right now. Our contract expired in June. Barstool's kind enough to give us an extension. We are going through November, so we have like 4 months left of Hard Factor, unless we really continue to grow. And we have been growing quite a bit, but we need your help because we want to keep doing this for you guys for as long as you'll have us.
Yeah,
So,
best job I've ever had.
Absolutely.
so really, if you
Wanna
can
keep
spread the word
doing it.
about Hard Factor, so we can be here through next year, bringing you the news every day. We love you in the Heart of Hive. We very much appreciate you. And have a great fucking day. Thanks, guys.
And weekend.
And weekend, sorry.